So I wanted to do a short video explaining my absence. I hadn't uploaded anything in 4 or 5 weeks, and that's because I got sick and I was hospitalized with an infection in my lungs and chest. It felt like I was being strangled by a wild animal. It was very rough holidays, and they released me from the hospital on New Year's Eve. My cousin, who's a doctor, said it would take a while to get back to normal, which is like normal isn't even normal for me, because when you have myasthenia gravis, basically every morning I wake up for the past 11 years, it's waking up and feeling like you've been hit by a truck, or like you were hit by something very heavy, or so I guess I'm aspiring to be whatever I was before that infection. When you have an autoimmune disease, it's very hard to get it, with germs. It's very hard, because even getting something like the flu is life and death for people who have compromised immune systems, and it's very hard because even your own family doesn't understand that. And I couldn't speak, so that's another reason I couldn't do any videos, because my throat was affected by what happened. And a couple times I wondered in the hospital if this was going to be like, the final rematch between me and the myasthenia gravis, at points where I wasn't getting better. And I wasn't scared or anything. In my experience, I think healthy young people are the most afraid of death and those kinds of issues. I think people who've been sick, they tend to be just like, oh, I wonder. It's just a question. But I learned, one thing I did think about was, the video I made right before this, was I was talking about how life with chronic illness is so precarious, and you have to celebrate every win because you don't know how long it's going to last. And I'd gone to this party that I enjoyed, and because of starting physical therapy and occupational therapy, I could do things that I hadn't done in many years. And so going to that party was a big deal to me. And then 2 weeks later, literally 2 weeks later, I'm in the hospital. I'm in a hospital bed and I'm struggling to breathe. And I thought about that. I was like, is that true? Was I right or wrong to celebrate every win? I don't know if what I'm saying was correct. And I think it's like, when I was lying there in the hospital bed, I was surprised by how good the hospital food was. You get 2 desserts per meal, which was kind of shocking to me. But I thought about it, and I think that chronic illness can be unpredictable. That's an understatement. So I'm there because I wouldn't be in the hospital bed if I didn't have myasthenia gravis. And at that moment, that was the illness that was giving me the most hell. But then I have endometriosis, which I'm not sure which illness is more painful. Migraines, chronic ear infections, asthma. Asthma is something I've had to worry about the past month because of my respiratory problems. And I also have bipolar disorder. And I think it's true that if you have a moment of peace, you never know how long that moment is going to last. You may as well take it. You may as well allow yourself to be as happy as possible with that moment of happiness. And yeah, also the other shocking thing about the hospital, so I like to say it this way, one of my friends, she called me on the phone because I said, I'm not feeling well. And she called me back, and she heard my voice, and I said, well, I've been struggling. I was exposed to a family member who was coughing over dinner, and I had a fever, but the fever went down, so I thought I was getting better, and that was days ago. And she's like, Jessica, I think you need to go to the hospital. So I went to the ER, and the doctors liked me so much that they decided to keep me. But what did I say? I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, so the other surprising thing about the hospital, and the doctors were nice, but they have so many channels now. I was like shocked by how many, but like all I really needed was to watch Days of Our Lives, and that's, you know, it's on NBC, so that was pretty easy. I wasn't in doubt that I would get to watch Days of Our Lives or not, but that's pretty much what I needed, and I had that. But so yeah, that's like, those are changes since the last time I've been, you know, inpatient, unplanned hospitalization, better food, and there's like so many channels, right? But anyway, I think it's true that you take your happiness however you can get it, because you don't really know how long it will last. And when I did get home, so it obviously, like, Christmas was done, but I opened up the mail and I got this lovely card from a friend, and it says it was a Christmas card that was mailed to me from another country, so it was gonna take even longer to get here, and I opened it like the night that I got home from the hospital. This was in my mailbox, and it says "Don't Stop Believing," and it's just really pretty. It's there's silver and a gold silhouette of the night, of trees and houses, and then there's the night sky, and there's Santa and I guess those are reindeer, but what I really love about it is all the stars in the sky, because I really like studying astronomy, and I love painting outer space. But yeah, I'm trying to find a frame so I could frame this card so I can look at it all 12 months of the year, because it's so nice. Anyway, those are my thoughts, and I'm just explaining what happened and why I've been gone. Thanks, bye.